Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly reading here on Dove and Serpent Tarot. If you're watching this reading was meant to find you. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Okay, Seven of Cups. I feel like this is major alarms going off right now, okay? I feel like you've got this gut feeling about something that you need to listen to. I don't feel that this is one of those situations where, you're feeling a certain way and you try to ignore it and you just think, oh, I'm just being nervous. I just got cold feet. I'm just being scared. No, you've got to listen to your gut. I think you're somebody who has very solid instincts. When something don't smell right, you've got to listen to that instinct. Okay? So Seven of Cups here. It feels like something that maybe has presented itself as being healthy, nice, beautiful, wonderful, attractive, whatever it is. Worthwhile. Yeah. And you have an underlying sort of almost a sneaking suspicion about it. Okay? When you get that knot in your gut, when you get that feeling, listen to it. Okay? We're going to put this card into some context and see what this feeling is. Kind of can be a feeling of anxiety a little bit. It can be almost a visceral fear. And maybe we've got to figure out what it's pointing us to. If the alarm's going off, what is that alarm attached to, right? What is the alarm saying? Like, it's trying to get your attention, but trying to get your attention onto what? Okay, let's put this card into some context. Our next card is an Ace of Pentacles. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Could be that this is about a new path, something that you're about to begin. We're going to do an angel number card. Could be your internal alarm system is trying to warn you about this new thing that you're just about to begin. Here's your angel number, 33, your social skills, your hope, your optimism, your liberation, success, prosperity, excitement, and enthusiasm. The problems you have today will eventually disappear. Your guardian angels encourage you to maintain a positive outlook on life, since your luck may be about to change. It is time to put to use your captivating energy and inspirational personality. Don't let your ego get the best of you. Okay. Well, how do we take that in context of this internal sort of emotional or psychic alarm clock? Or not even the alarm clock, but this blaring alarm that's just saying something's not right. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. You're about to begin something new. This could be the idea of you're having cold feet or something, right? But there's a reason why you feel this way, and you need to listen to that. See, there's this high priestess underneath the surface. Your gut, your instinct, and your intuition maybe they're telling you two different things. And this is the intuition we're trying to ignore, right? Let's see. Got a Knight of Pentacles. Got the Ace of Wands. And we've got a Prince of Wands. Okay. This card's thinking about the future. This card's thinking about the present, but it's in the future, right? This is the future card in the past. This is the present card in the future. I know it's all jumbled up, but I think this is showing your commitment. Right? So maybe with that Seven of Cups, it's Spirit's way of asking. It's your own intuition asking you, what are you really afraid of here? You're about to begin this new thing. And in the future, I see that you are committed to it. You're doing it. You're showing up every day, right? You're persevering. It's working, right? You're there. You're putting in your effort, right? Why? The Spirit's asking, what are you afraid of now? Why are you scared? Why are you getting the cold feet? Something we have to look at, something we have to address. Spirit's trying to tell you something here. Okay, Spirit wants to show you what is coming in your future. And we might be sort of expecting the worst. We might be really, really scared. We might be thinking, this is a situation that is going to be awful. We might be thinking you're starting a job here, or a relationship even, or you're moving, you're starting a new career, or whatever it might be. You're anticipating some really bad experiences. We're anticipating a rough go of it. Yeah. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Okay. All right. Don't let your ego get the best of you, right? We gotta focus on that angel number as well. Let's finish up putting our cards down. We have that Tower. We've got the Lovers. Yes. We've got a 4 of Pentacles, and of course we have the Death card, your Power card. The Death card is the card that rules the sign of Scorpio. And I think that this final outcome, this is you becoming the best version of yourself. This is a new path for you that is good for you, that is bringing you to your very best self, even though you got the cold feet, right? But Spirit's trying to point that out to you. This is your internal alarm going off. Why is it going off? What is it that you are afraid of? Maybe we perceive this Tower here and we're afraid of making a mistake, right? We're afraid of committing to the wrong thing, promising, agreeing, marrying ourselves to the wrong thing. This could be a marriage. It could be a contract. It could be any kind of a partnership, any kind of a coming together. It could be any kind of a union. Could be any kind of acceptance of something. Accepting somebody back into your life. Accepting a collaboration. Any kind of engagement with something that requires a definite commitment. You know, it's a choice you're making. It's a choice that scares the heck out of you. Yeah. Let's select our mystery card. Bonus card, confirmation card, a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. It's the Factor Infinite and Unknown. It's going to go right here with our very own Kelly Kapoor. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. We'll tie everything together, give us our confirmation. If you have a prediction for that card, put it in the comments down below. Okay? Let's take a look around the room here. A lot of major arcana energy going on. On the path of the dove, all you have is your high priestess. You have your intuition. Right? And your intuition's getting kind of buried by the 7 of Cups, right? That your internal alarm system, this kind of instinct, let's say, this internal sort of fear defense mechanism, kind of whatever it's called, is kind of ringing pretty loud. It's a loud alarm clock. And when this alarm system is going off in the building, you can't really hear your intuition that well. So the High Priestess is underneath everything. But the High Priestess also has her arms outstretched, supporting you. Spirit is supporting your decision, supporting your effort here, supporting your will to action. Fire to earth, right? Your manifestation. What you are about to begin is being supported by Spirit. Okay? Spirit is saying, this is right. This is correct. Okay? But you can't help the way you feel. You feel that there's a knot, something's not right. There's something that you're worried about, you're scared, your palms are getting sweaty, your feet are getting cold, right? Over here, of course, on the path of the serpent, we've got Tower, we've got Lovers, we've got Death, right? And so the fear is really the fear of change. The fear is a fear of commitment. The fear is, again, we have a card of change up here, long-term change, right? So sometimes feels like stagnation. Sometimes the death card feels like, we're not making any more progress. And the Tower card is instantaneous progress. Its life is changing real quick. Okay, life is changing really, really quick. You're realizing that you need stability in your life. When we're over here, it's kind of this is the obstacle. This becomes the energy we don't really want. We don't want stagnation. We don't want routine. We don't want the same old, same old. And so we're sort of rejecting the Four of Pentacles, and maybe we do want something. We want something big. It's a fear of change, but it's also a fear of, let's say, a fear of staying the same, right? So we're in a bit of a calamity. We don't want to change. We don't want to stay the same either. I think what we don't want is the routine, and so maybe this is you. We don't want the limitation, let's say, of that Four of Pentacles. So let's say you're trying to go for this new job, and it's a big commitment. Maybe you'd have to move. Maybe this is something like you're signing a long-term contract. It's something that's going to be a certain amount of hours every day. You got this routine job, and it's just kind of like you're there, It feels kind of limiting. It feels like I kind of, I don't want that. I don't know if I want that kind of a routine life, especially with a Four, because a Four feels a little bit bland. Okay? And so you're sort of, I don't want to keep saying you're scared or frightened or whatever, maybe worried. Maybe we've got a little bit of a uncertain feeling, that what you're committing to is going to lock you in somewhere that you're not going to really like. Okay? But I think when we get to the path of the Serpent, you're going to realize that this, yes, it might at first feel as if you sort of were going to get locked into a routine, locked into a situation, right? Whatever it might be. But you're going to come to realize that this is the best thing for you because it's giving you a very solid foundation. And it's not going to put an end to your growth. It's not going to put an end to your life evolution. Maybe that's the fear we really have, is this fear of stagnation more than anything else. And so we're sort of afraid of making this move in our life, of following this particular path, because it's committing us to something that, I don't know if I'm ready to commit. Could be a relationship. It makes sense if it is, right? Because, we've got this union, this kind of marriage, this serious commitment, decision to enter this relationship, here with this Lover's card. But it's really going to change your life from what your life is now. It's going to give you the stability and the foundation that you really do need. But we got cold feet because we know we're going to be locked in. Okay? It could be an investment of money. Okay? We have this Ace, and these two cards together, Seven of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. Spirit is saying that this week you've got to understand why you feel reluctant about taking this step. What it is that is making you get the sweaty palms and cold feet, taking this next step or taking this new path in your life. Making this new investment, making this new commitment, going forward with something. Okay? That's the work this week. Find out, why is the alarm going off? What is Spirit trying to tell me? Why do I feel this way? Is it nerves? Is it the Four of Pentacles kind of thing that we got to sort of deal with? We've got to reconcile this need for stability, but then also this fear of kind of being locked in into a routine kind of thing. Being locked in and feel like I've already made my bed, now I've got to lie in it. Maybe that's really what we do need in life, though. Something certain, something predictable. Okay, so that's your work this week. We've got a lot of major arcana here. Got a lot of major arcana here. The Tower card is that part of you that is ready to call the whole thing off. You're ready to just blow the whole deal. Whether this is a work thing, career, if it's an investment, if it's a union, a marriage, if it is a friend thing, maybe you're going on a trip, maybe it's some kind of plan, right? The Tower is that instinct we have to just destroy it. I don't know what really to do with it. I'm going to sabotage it. That's what we do, right? The Lover's card is sort of the opposite of that. The Lover's card is saying, this is bringing people together. This is bringing you together with something that really means something to you. There's a reason why you feel compelled to enter this union. So these two cards are at odds, right? Union, coming together. This is destruction, breaking down relationship, breaking down, burning the bridge, right? This is kind of crossing the bridge, meeting in the middle, and having a moment on the bridge, rather than destroying it. And so you have two conflicting impulses, and that's kind of the alarm going off, and it's like, why do I feel like that? I like the Death card, your Power card, your Superpower card. This is something that really is benefiting you. This is a spiritual growth. This is an evolution of your soul. You're becoming better and better and better in life. You're growing, right? And as our angel card says, don't let your ego get the best of you, right? Your guardian angels, coming by way of the High Priestess, your guardian angels encourage you to maintain a positive outlook on life. Your luck is about to change. Okay? This union is good for your soul. This union is good for your life path, good for your evolution, despite the fears that we have here. Okay? And, let's talk about the night. Well, let's look first. We've got fire here. We've got just the water right here in the middle. That's the only water we have, right? We don't even have any air, really. What we have is earth, earth, and earth. A lot of fire, a lot of earth, a little bit of water. And the Seven of Cups could really be saying, too, that right now you're kind of like saying, oh, no, this was a bad idea. I don't need to do this. This is not going to be fun. This is not going to be joy. This is not going to be love, right? That we're sort of worried that there's going to be no joy. There's going to be no pleasure in this, that this is going to it's going to ruin my life and I'm not going to experience any joy, right? And Spirit's saying, no, you got it all wrong, right? That's your fear. That's your ego talking. There's no air energy here because I think that, one, the plan is already worked out. There's already been that conversation. There's already been like sort of the agreement. Maybe it's been an informal agreement now. Now it's just a matter of the ceremony itself, right? But also the absence of the air energy is saying that you're not talking about this with anybody. We need some air. We need to be able to talk about it. You need to have someone where you can just say, yeah, man, I don't know about this. I'm having some cold feet, some sweaty palms, and I just need someone to talk to. Okay? So reach out to somebody in your life, a friend, a family member, a pet, a plant, it doesn't matter, a counselor, and have that conversation, right? Give expression to what these fears, worries, and concerns are for you. Because once you voice them, once you sort of hear yourself talk about them, I think you're going to be able to see them sort of objectively and look at them and say, oh, okay, I understand what they are. And yeah, naturally, I'm freaking out. Just because I'm freaking out doesn't mean that this is not the absolute best option for me. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles in the background position. This was you picturing your life in the future. Picturing your long-term. Who are you? Where are you? And what are you doing in the future? I think you saw yourself here. I think you're looking at yourself and thinking, yeah, this is the life that I picture. Because that's what the Knight does. The Knights always look toward the future. And you've done that. You've had the vision. You can see that this opportunity for you, whatever this new path is, You can see that it's leading to union, that this is leading to growth. You can see even that it's leading here back to yourself, your superpower. This is the best option for you. This is the right path for you in both of these ways. You've had that vision. It doesn't mean that we're in the moment right now here front and center, that we're not scared of it. Okay. Now, the Axis Mundi, the pole star of the reading, the Prince of Wands. This is the card at the very center of the tarot table today. This is the card around which all of these other energies are swirling. Okay? Spirit saying, stay the course. Keep doing it. Go ahead. Go forward. Stay committed. Prince of Wands is a fixed fire energy. You're not losing your enthusiasm, your interest. You're putting all of your effort into this. It's a card that says, look, you just got to just keep doing it. Just keep moving forward. You're going to see the benefits of this manifest. Okay? It's almost saying take it one day at a time. Show up every day, do the work. Spirit saying it's going to manifest abundance for you. I'm very curious about that mystery card. I'm kind of thinking Three of Cups. So the Knight of Pentacles, yeah, looking at the future, and I think you're seeing both of these, right? And it's kind of like this is maybe independence and this is partnership, right? And I think what we need to do is realize, I think the Knight of Pentacles has had this vision, that it's through this union. When we have a lover's card, we're talking two things coming together, 1 + 1 equaling more than 2. This is a union that is greater than the sum of its parts. This is a union that's making you a better you and them a better them than you would be achieving separately. So it's not that you're losing individuality, if that's a concern. That's why we maybe have your independent self-power card over here, and we have the union over here. They're not irreconcilable. They're not mutually exclusive. You can have yourself, your uniqueness, your independence. You can grow and expand in your life and your creativity and your will inside of this partnership. This could be a romantic relationship, a marriage, a friendship, a relationship with an employer, relationship with a path, or with a spiritual energy. It doesn't matter. It could be a relationship with the university, whatever, right? It could be platonic, it could be spiritual, romantic, whatever. You're seeing that this is a situation where together, you and this other entity can create more, can become more. Each of you can accomplish more. You'll both be better off for this union. Accomplishing more, having more growth or more creativity, whatever it is. More than you could achieve independently, separately. Okay. It's a relationship that is reciprocating. It's encouraging you to become your very best self. It's not destroying your independence, your sense of self. And you are contributing to this other entity becoming the very best version of itself or themselves, too. Okay? But we get a little scared when we're right on the cusp of this new path. We're about to go down this road. Yeah. And the High Priestess, there's a lot of things that are uncertain. There's a lot of things that you don't know yet. Because the Knight of Pentacles can see the future, cannot see the road that leads there. That's the problem with this card. Has the vision, can see the details. I know what it looks like, but I can't see the road. Okay? And when we can't see the road, we get a little nervous. We almost don't want to start walking on the road. We don't want to start driving if we don't have a map. If we kind of like, I know where I want to go, I don't know how to drive there. I don't know the directions. I don't know the way. Okay. The High Priestess spirit underneath everything is saying, yeah, you may not consciously know the way, but your soul does. Spirit does. You will be guided. Okay? And you will consciously have the awareness. Here we have conscious awareness. Here we have unconscious sort of intuition, unconscious awareness, right? The messages coming from the unconscious will be brought to consciousness as they are needed. So it's kind of like you will know the way when you need to know the way. That you're being told to drive straight forward. When there comes an opportunity to turn left or right, Spirit will show you the answer. You don't need to know all the details beforehand. Right? So we've got this Ace of Wands up at the top. This is an opportunity in your life to really create something new. Maybe create a new life, a new version of your life, a new version of yourself. Maybe you're reinventing yourself. Maybe you're leveling up your life. It could be a real, unique, creative sort of opportunity. Okay. And this is also something that you don't want to lose. You don't want to lose your edge. You don't want to lose your independence, right? We have an Ace. You don't want to lose your perspective or your creative energy or your genius. Yeah. You don't want to lose your own sort of self-consciousness, capital S. You're being told to go. Continue on. I like that it's social skills too, because it kind of is, it's a need for you to kind of use your charm, you know. It's for you, you need to be your best self. You need to kind of, you need to be, you need to build rapport, right? Because the Lover's card is about bringing things together. The Tower card, of course, is about breaking things down, splitting things apart. And as we move to the path of the Serpent and talk about the Tower is also a freedom. We're freeing ourselves from something, right? It's a tower. It's kind of like something is being destroyed because it unleashes the power that's been cooped up in there. So as much as the Tower disrupts our lives, and most of us as human beings are kind of afraid of Tower moments, you know, even when we know intuitively that the Tower moment is leading to better things, in the present moment, experiencing a Tower is scary. It is disruptive. Things are changing. What I thought I knew, what I thought I had, what I thought I believed, it's all coming down. Right? We're tearing down the old and we're rebuilding something better. But the tearing down is kind of scary, even when it's kind of fun. You know, it's fun because it's like an adrenaline rush, because it's kind of scary. Yeah. It reminds me of that one, they have these little stores. I saw it on the, the 1,000-Pound Sisters show, last season or the season before, where they went to this place where you can put on goggles and you can get a sledgehammer and you can just start smashing TVs and stuff as a way to sort of let out your aggression, right? That you smash things, you break things in order to bring about some kind of relief. Okay? And we have to be careful with this, because if you sabotage this deal or this partnership or marriage or whatever it is, you may feel a temporary relief because now it's like, okay, now I don't have to go. Okay, I got out of it. It's kind of like where you have, there's some commitment on the table, and instead of committing to it or just saying no or yes, that we just sort of start a fight with the person, right? And then it's like that's not even on the table anymore. So we kind of burn the bridge or we sabotage it, and that way we don't have to experience that anxiety anymore. It relieves the burden from us. You ever get invited somewhere and you have this real anxiety about going? And so we're happy when it gets canceled or it gets rained out or someone has to change plans or something. We think, okay, now I don't have to go. You know, that's kind of what we're waiting for. It's almost like we're hoping disaster will strike so that this does not have to happen. Because maybe it is going to be something new, something uncomfortable for you. It's leading to better things for you. Okay. It's unleashing, I think, your true potential. And if we look at it that way, that, yeah, it is a tower coming down. It's destroying your old life. And it's allowing your spirit, your creative energy to blossom, to be free, to be expressed, right? We're tearing down the old structures. It's kind of, you're wearing a cast on your arm, right? Because you broke your arm or something, you're wearing a cast. You don't keep the cast on always, right? Because then your arms, your bones aren't going to grow, your muscles aren't going to grow, right? You keep the cast on as long as you need it, but then doctor comes in with the hacksaw and starts sawing off that cast and breaking it off and tearing it down. And it's kind of exciting, but then it's also kind of scary, right? But now your arm is free. It's free to grow as it's supposed to. It's not constricted by that the plaster or whatever the heck they use. I don't know what it is nowadays. Anyway, Tower. The Lover's card in the environment, this is really about you building rapport with this other entity. It is about you, kind of using your charm, using your inspirational personality, your captivating energy to bring things together. Okay? We're not breaking the deal. We're not sabotaging it. You're not breaking things up. You're bringing things together. You realize that you want stability. You want something that is kind of solid and predictable and familiar so that you can grow and blossom in your unique creative way without worrying about the instability. Right? Let's say a Four of Pentacles. Let's say it's a steady job. Steady job, routine life. Yeah. We don't really want that. I don't want routine. I don't want that kind of steadiness, predictability. I want growth. I want challenges. I want uniqueness. I want novelty. But having this stability and this familiarity and this predictability takes a worry off of our souls. Now, I don't have to worry about that. I know I go to work every day and I do certain things. I get a paycheck. Cool. We can focus on those higher things. We can focus on those creative, endeavors. And in some ways, this could be the home. This could be the family. This could be the relationship. Be all of these things. Having a nice, predictable, routine life is a good foundation upon which we can build the marvelous, right? We can build the extraordinary, the monumental, right? So we realize that we do want a steady foundation. We do want this to work out. We do want it to be, solid, secure. This is safety, security, stability, health and wealth. This is physical and financial. So it feels like there's a lot of benefits here. Maybe it is a marriage or a serious romantic relationship, taking the next step, moving in together, getting married, whatever it is. I feel like this has a lot of benefits. I feel this gives you a security and a stability in your life that you need to pursue these higher creative or spiritual pursuits. Maybe life has been too tower moment, too ongoing sort of tower moment. Too chaotic, too unpredictable. No real foundation, no real stability. We need that. You're evolving, right? Maybe this is a card that says it's time to shed our old skin. And, when we're younger, maybe we're living life a little bit tower moment, Don't have commitments, don't have responsibilities, don't have anything predictable. I don't like the familiar. I like variety. I like excitement. I can't help but bring up my boy, James Keenan, right? Frontman for Tool and Pussifer and Perfect Circle. I read his book recently. That's why I'm bringing him up. But I heard he's a fan of the show too, though. He's not a Scorpio. I believe he's in Aries. Anyway, in his book, he talks about how when he was younger, he had no stability. He had no real family, no real friends. He was just going kind of one relationship after another, and there was nothing solid. There was nothing foundational, nothing really meaningful. There was no commitments. There was no responsibility. And because he was talking about how he got with his wife, And he realized that he didn't want to have just one kind of meaningless thing after another. He wanted something that was solid and stable. He wanted to build that foundation. And so he has his safety, security, and his stability, with his family, with his businesses, and allows him to then explore these other realms of creativity without the worry of that underlying instability. If the ground is always shaking beneath your feet, it's hard for you to paint a picture, right? If you're in the middle of an earthquake, it's really difficult for you to, fold origami or whatever it is, right? So that, I think, is where we're getting the Four of Pentacles and your Death card, okay? It is about your further evolution. The Four of Pentacles is not stagnation. It's not limiting your growth. It's fostering it. It's the springboard for your growth. Let's look at the mystery card. Now, this mystery card. I want water energy. I want that Three of Cups that I mentioned. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. It's a Three of Swords. Well, the Three of Swords is a card of memory. It's a card of getting to the basis of where this feeling comes from. Because again, this was the work, right? This was the week. You gotta listen. You gotta listen and realize that your alarm, your internal alarm, is going off. Why? Well, because of the Three of Swords. Because of something that happened to you a long time ago. Because of something from our past, our history. Right? There's something in your memory that has a strong emotional energy attached to it. There's a strong emotional component to this memory. Okay? And something has sort of triggered it again. And so you're getting those same feelings again. But it doesn't mean that this situation is the same. Right? But it's kind of the way, a smell may trigger a memory, right? Kind of the same way that the current situation, something about the situation, and I don't know exactly what it is, they're aces, right? It could be anything. It's the beginning of this path. Something about it, some detail, is reminding you emotionally about something that happened a relatively long time ago. Could be a year, 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 years, whatever. But that's what the Three of Swords is. It's the memory, right? And it's the things that happen in our environment now, that the impressions that we receive. It could be just a sight, a sound, a taste, a touch, a smell. It's going to bring all that memory back to you. But maybe not the sort of visual mental memory of it, but it's going to bring back that feeling, that rapid heartbeat, the sweaty palms, the cold, icy, clammy feet, So we have to look at the past to find out where this really is coming from, or just to acknowledge that this is not something because of right now. This is bringing up something from my history. Maybe you don't know what, maybe you don't care to discover what it is, but to recognize that this is what is sort of creating a blockage in your moving forward. Maybe this is enough to say, okay, I know why the alarm's going off. I'm just going to cancel Houston, can I cancel the alarm? Yes, and push the button. You know what I mean? Not a big deal, right? A big enough deal that it's affecting us now, but if that alarm's going off, if we know that it's kind of a false alarm, then we can just kind of cancel the alarm and say, okay, false alarm. Because that's what our anxiety is for, right? It's an alarm to trigger us, to alert us to danger. What if there's no actual danger here? Why am I feeling the danger alarm, right? Three of Swords. Okay. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Scorpio Wednesday and Saturday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you have not subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. Doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.